Welcome to another video. In this video I want to talk about grey imports. What are they? Some people have asked, so I thought I'd do another video and tell you. Now, a grey import is a product sourced from another region, for example from Australia to the UK. Now, a grey importer is a company that can obtain it cheaper than, say, you can source it in your own country. An example is Canon 100 to 400 Mark II L lens, £1,300 grey import, or £1,800 from Amazon.co.uk, or a camera shop or Jessop's, something like that. Similar prices, 1,800 versus 1,300. So sometimes you can get good bargains. That's where it stops with grey importers. There are a few issues and you need to be careful and think about those issues before you buy something. Now, generally speaking, an L lens isn't going to fail because they're solid. I've had other L lenses and they've never broken down. And if need be, at some point in the future, in a couple of years, I could send it to Canon, pay for a repair, and they would repair it. However, there are some manufacturers out there who refuse to touch grey import products. Just keep that in mind, that you might not be able to get it repaired in your own country. So have a look at the manufacturers to see if they will repair. Because a few people have contacted me about their experiences with grey importers. So I thought I would do a little bit of factual video just to tell you guys what you can do. Now, the problem that a lot of people are telling me about is getting their seller warranty, that the seller claims they offer a warranty, claiming on that warranty if something happens with their lens within a year or 2 years. In most cases, people are getting their products not repaired by the seller. Basically, it seems to me, once the seller has got their money, they're washing their hands of it and they don't want to know. So under those circumstances, what are your options if you can't get that seller to repair your lens? Well, or camera. To be honest, your choices are limited. Obviously you can go to your credit card company, because there are consumer credit laws out there that protect the consumer. So obviously if it's within a year, you might be able to approach your credit card company. However, after a few months, you can't approach PayPal and get your money back, unfortunately, because it's too late. The same goes for if you do it through eBay. They won't be able to do anything to help you either. However, if it's not fit for purpose, possibly you could take them to a small claims court if you wanted to, but it may be difficult because they're based abroad, you know. To me, you've got two options, really. Providing the manufacturer will repair it in your own country, it's likely that you will have to pay for the repair. The other option is to send it to the country of origin. So this lens has come originally from Australia. So I would have to put this in a box, post it to Australia, ask Canon Australia to repair it, and then they will post it back to me. Obviously it's going to cost quite a bit of money in postage. So you've got to think about the costs. Is it more economical to repair the lens in your own country rather than ship it all the way to Australia and have Canon there repair it and send it back to you? Those are your main options, really. Obviously you can try and pursue the seller on eBay or Amazon or on the internet, because obviously they'll have their own website, to try and get them to fulfill the warranty that they said they offered in their original listing. But you may have a hard time trying to force that grey importer to actually repair your lens, because I've had people contact me on a recent video I did regarding a grey importer that is not that great, in terms of they're more or less refusing to repair their equipment even once they've sent their equipment to the seller in Hong Kong. They have more or less returned the lens saying we can't repair it, or you've done something to the lens so we're not going to fulfill the repair. It seems to me that a lot of eBay and Amazon and even web grey importers, once they've got your money, just want to wash their hands of the situation. They can get away with that because they're not based in your country. So you have limited recourse and legal recourse because they're outside the umbrella of the laws within your country. An example of that is there's a lot of regulations in the EU that protect the consumer. However, because they're based outside of the EU, in Hong Kong or Asia or China, it makes it very difficult to force the seller to actually, fulfill their obligations to actually repair your equipment. So this is the main problem with grey importers. You need to think long and hard. Personally, I would consider buying a Canon product because it's well known to last and it's unlikely to break down. However, if you were to go for something that might be from a company such as Sony or Panasonic or Olympus, they haven't got that history of build quality, and you need to think long and hard about will they be able to, or have you got the confidence in the product that you're buying that it will be reliable, and what happens if something goes wrong? Because if something goes wrong, you're either going to have to send it back to the country of origin to get it repaired, or get it repaired in your own country. Either way, it's going to cost you a lot of money. So I just wanted to talk about grey imports, and hopefully this video gives you a bit of a background on the problems with grey imports. Now, I did buy a lens from Adorama some years ago, and what happened is there was a problem with the rear element contact block fitting onto my camera, and the camera was showing an error code. So I contacted Adorama, which is a really good retailer in the US, and they obviously wanted the lens to come back to them so they could send it to Sigma to get it repaired. However, I contacted Sigma UK because I thought it'd be a lot cheaper to get it repaired here than send it all the way over to America for them to repair it, send it all the way back to me, but I would probably have to pay for the carriage, which would be a lot of money. I think originally I paid £150 to get it posted from the US to the UK, and then there was about £300 some pound import duty and VAT on top of that. So ultimately I got Sigma UK to repair the lens, clean it, send it back to me, a lot cheaper than it would have cost Adorama to do it on their side, or in America. And luckily for me, Adorama was really nice about it, and they offered to pay for the repair. So, that's probably a positive, regarding in terms of how you can possibly contact the manufacturer and get them to repair it. So it's not necessarily if you buy a grey import that the main manufacturers won't touch it, because at the end of the day they're there to make money. So if they can repair it and make some money out of you, they will. However, I think the issue is regarding that 1 year or 2 or 3 year warranty that you normally get with a product in your own country. But I just want to talk about the price difference really. This Canon 100-400 Mark IIL lens, right, cost me £1,300. Now, I saved £500. Is that worth the saving? Or is it better to have the peace of mind and have that 1 year warranty within your own country? It's a toss-up really, and it's something you need to make that decision yourself. Personally, generally, products don't tend to fail within the first year. It's normally after that. Normally when the warranty's expired anyway, that something goes wrong. So, to me, I think that saving is well worth it. But you need to really think long and hard. I think if it's a grey import EFS consumer lens, I probably wouldn't want to buy a grey import, because it's likely that it could fail within the first year. But some expensive, well made, such as an L lens, or one of the Sony G Master lenses, or one of the Nikon lenses, you're unlikely to have those fail in the first year. So I don't think buying a grey import is a bad decision, providing you keep in mind the positives and the negatives. So I hope I haven't rambled too much about grey imports, but you know, thank you for watching.